Welcome back to the Rising Signs series. In part 1, we explored Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer Rising. Today in part 2, we're diving into Leo Rising, Virgo Rising, Libra Rising, and Scorpio Rising. These 4 signs bring a whole new energy to how you approach life and present yourself to the world. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Let's get started. Leo Rising. I am royalty. Love me. When Leo is rising at the moment of birth, this person's approach to life is fixed, fiery, and radiant. They express themselves using their creativity, bring out their inner light, and thus gain approval, applause, and admiration from others. When they integrate these qualities healthily with other elements in their birth chart, you see a healthy Leo rising picture in the face they show to the outer world. Leo, ruled by the sun, being in the ascendant, which is the natural house of Aries, makes the person quite self-centered. The life of a person born with Leo rising is full of experiences where they will discover who they are, through which they will learn to identify their desires in life, pursue their desires, and present themselves as they truly are on stage. Through these experiences, they develop their personality. When a person doesn't have much business with other people, this can be somewhat easy. However, for a sign like Leo that wants to attract attention, expects applause and approval from outside, and wants to fill their surroundings with admiration, putting themselves out there as they are without caring too much about others is risky. In the end, not being liked, being humiliated, having their pride hurt is at stake. The Leo who doesn't show themselves as they are out of this fear tries to attract attention, this time with colorful clothes or lineages. They approach life almost with the air of a king or queen. They may think that the most important person in the world is themselves, the most important work is their own work, or the most important problem is their own problem. While dealing with personal matters as if blinded by their own sun, they may become unable to see those around them and what's happening. They only look at other people to see their admiration. They almost need external fuel to feel alive. What Leo Rising needs to do is realize that other people are at least as important as themselves, become a person whose inside matches their outside, and show themselves as they are. Their inner world is full of rich creativity waiting to come out. Only when they do this do the qualities of their sign, such as leadership, management, and organization, begin to appear healthily, and they enjoy life. Otherwise, despite appearing very confident on the outside, inside they can be like an insecure child. In a birth chart, when the rising sign is Leo, 4 fixed signs are found at the 4 corners of the chart. We can liken this to a heavy table sitting on 4 solid and thick legs. When something suddenly comes from above, it cannot easily escape to the side and all 4 legs break. In other words, someone whose rising sign is one of the fixed signs has difficulty adapting to life's changing conditions and making necessary changes. They resist change stubbornly to the very end. This means changes can come down on them like a sledgehammer. In other words, facing destruction is likely. Therefore, it's beneficial to learn not to resist so much and to be a bit flexible when necessary. Positive traits: generous, leadership-oriented, sincere, lively, enthusiastic, organizing personal style. Negative traits: dramatic, proud, showy, fond of luxury, susceptible to flattery, thoughtlessly risk-taking, gambler, childishly seeing everything as a game, egocentric style. Virgo Rising. I must be useful. I must fix things. When Virgo is rising at the moment of birth, this person's approach to life is careful, noticing details, service-oriented, trying to correct flaws and perfect something. The rising sign is like a door. We take in all of life's experiences by filtering them through its strainer. We also transmit internal processes outward through its channel. When our door opening to life is Virgo, we look at everything almost as if to find fault. Wherever they see a flaw, they immediately point it out and try to fix it. This can cause us to generally attract problems into our lives and people we think we can fix. While dealing with people or situations we might call sick, We distance ourselves from learning certain methods where we could actually be useful in life and being productive in these areas. However, Virgo is also the sign of distinguishing what is useful from what is useless. Therefore, we can immediately see people or conditions we cannot change and distance ourselves from them. Coming after Leo's showy display, Virgo must experience humility. However, the desire to help everyone, to heal them, in its shadow aspect, carries the desire to gather admiration with these qualities. With inadequate, half-baked knowledge, sleeves are immediately rolled up and the help operation begins. But Virgo must first do apprenticeship, learn a craft systematically, and master it. If they act like a master without apprenticeship, but their efforts to serve and heal don't yield results, they give up, and it occurs to them to ask, what's going on here? In this process, Virgo Rising can identify and correct what kind of behaviors cause problems in their life by using their observation and analysis skills. Being a mutable sign, they can change their approach to life by trying different methods. However, when analyzing and identifying mistakes, they must be careful not to fall into the trap of blaming themselves or those around them. A person born with Virgo Rising is known for their mastery in handling tedious, detail-filled tasks that no one wants to deal with. Here they must be careful not to fall into a servant position. Their adaptation ability is developed, and they are also a workaholic. They are meticulous and organized in their inner and outer world. They cannot start any work unless everything is in its place. They are unmatched at making lists and task tracking. Because they give great importance to detail, they are an excellent editor. They easily catch the critical point of every subject. They are talented at classification and eliminating unnecessary information. They are a natural critic. When they lack self-confidence, they can exaggerate the dose of criticism. Their biggest flaw is going to extremes in analysis and getting caught up in details. Libra Rising. Love me, I am warm, attractive person. Let's always be harmonious and graceful. When Libra is rising at the moment of birth, this person's approach to life is graceful, diplomatic, harmonious, and oriented toward reconciling opposites. Libra, being from the air group, is in motion not underground but on the surface. Therefore, it is concerned with the peace environment and aesthetics on the surface. For this reason, the artistic and aesthetic approach of the person with Libra Rising helps them express themselves and create peace and harmony. Their social and sharing attitude ensures they make friends with their smile in every environment they enter. When this approach goes to extremes, it can result in giving too much compromise from their own essence in an effort not to muddy the waters and not to disturb harmony. Their charming attitude, saying "love me" to everyone, is like a dress they wear to avoid being alone. In order to be with people, they may give up their vital desires and needs. This causes suppressed anger inside. One way for Libra Rising, who values social approval very much, to approach life superficially is to conform to social trends and follow fashion. When this tendency goes to extremes, the person's way of being can gradually become meaningless and empty. What Libra Rising, who tries to adjust themselves according to the outside world and outside people in matters of harmony, love, and aesthetics, really needs to do is display an approach that is harmonious with their inner world, while taking the other person into account and also putting forth their own essence. Otherwise, despite the smile on their face, they live with feelings of resentment, dissatisfaction, and anger inside. They think they've been wronged. They start keeping track of what they've given and think they haven't received in return. However, when they first satisfy their own needs, giving just because they want to without expecting anything in return enables them to be an example of unconditional love and peace. Libra Rising avoids struggle. When their lovely and harmonious approach to life goes to extremes, they don't even want to engage in the simplest matters where they should fight for themselves in life. Since Aries is opposite Libra, this person also encounters selfish, angry people in the exaggerated form of Aries. Over time, these people become enemies. This change triggers feelings of anger, being wronged, and dissatisfaction in the person. The conflict that surfaces forces Libra Rising to learn to defend their rights without breaking equality and compromise. Learning to fight for themselves, Libra Rising can eventually achieve reconciliation with their opponents. Positive traits: attractive, charming, sharing, kind, measured, fair, and reconciling personal style. Negative traits: superficial, reluctant actions, keeping track of rights and wrongs, passive-aggressive, demanding, indecisive, and dependent personal style. Scorpio Rising: I must hide. I must appear strong. When Scorpio is rising at the moment of birth, this person's approach to life is oriented toward being powerful, hiding themselves, controlling someone else or a situation, even themselves, and finding the truth that lies beneath what is visible. A person with Scorpio rising must experience themes of power and helplessness in their relationship with life, and as a result, transform their approach to the outer world. This shows that people and events in life will challenge their personality. They will experience crises, and as a result, they will change the way they relate to life. If we think of the rising sign as the vehicle we will use to pass through life, we can understand that Scorpio rising will want to hide themselves in a safe, armored vehicle, even in a tank, in order not to do these things. In Scorpio rising, which is occupied with the truth behind what is visible, they absolutely do not want to show or even see what is behind themselves. They are not in an open relationship with life and people. They approach in an all or nothing, black or white, good or bad way. Their most important experience in life is to change the way they use power. It is mandatory that they give up the power to make people dependent on them, tell them what to do, or make this happen secretly, that is, moving underground while displaying a different face, thus controlling and changing life and others. The real power is to confront their own darkness and eliminate these aspects or master them by seeing the sides they try to hide as bad. Before doing this, they think of themselves as very good and others as bad, which causes them to whine. Eventually, they learn to accept that we are all a mixture of good and bad. For example, a Scorpio who thinks they can't harm anyone and always tries to be positive can kill their attacker when attacked one day. They may be very surprised when they realize how angry they are and face this wild side. After this confrontation, they see that they can actually be very destructive. Thus, with death and critical production becomes ethical and masters them. However, mastering also brings control of life's contributions or support. In life, person cannot achieve what they need for anger. Scorpio rising plays a role in worldview for showing. Contributions to grievances can be mentioned for collective insanity. Understanding that it's a mixture of forces is compulsory. This means dealing with mixtures, purifying elements through filters, and realizing what exists in places, teaching individuals their own path. Through gentle processing, giving with own desire results in better outcomes than forced demands. Understanding power and service, both for oneself and others, benefits these forces. Not looking at circles and not taking one's own position at times leaves a gap. Positive traits: life-renewing, powerful, self-controlled, profound, touching, unifying. Negative traits: jealous, seeking grievances as personal. Furthermore, Scorpio is manipulative, oppressive, bullying, vengeful in many ways. And that wraps up part 2 of the Rising Sign series. Today, we explored Leo Rising, Virgo Rising, Libra Rising, and Scorpio Rising in detail. Did you find your rising sign in this video? Do you observe these traits in yourself? Share in the comments. I'm curious to hear. In the next episode, we'll examine Sagittarius Rising, Capricorn Rising, Aquarius Rising, and Pisces Rising, completing the series. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay updated with new astrology content. See you in the next video.